Hi, welcome to Grammilee's house. Today I wanted to spend time doing one of my favorite things with you, and that's reading books. And today I have a special friend with me, one of my very favorite book character friends, and that is, let's see if he can sneak in. Ready? You see him? Hello. It's Curious George. That's what his shirt says, Curious George. And Curious George is one of my favorite monkeys because he's just so curious. Curious means you really love to learn things and you love to figure out how things work, or you wonder about things, or sometimes you're so curious you want to try something out to see what it does. And so when you're curious, that can be a really good thing. But you also have to be careful when you're curious, because sometimes if you're too curious, it could be dangerous or maybe cause a problem of some kind. So you do have to be careful when you're curious, but it's fun to be curious. And today I'm going to read about Curious George and another favorite subject, puppies. I love puppies, don't you? I love to hold puppies. I love to play with puppies and pet them and just snuggle with them. So today we're going to read about Curious George and the puppies. So, Curious George, I'm going to put you down so I can read the book, all right? All right, boys and girls, and my favorite Bravelyn and Cannon. Hi. Hey, you know what? Grammilee's going to read this. Y'all have fun. I'll see you in a few minutes when the book's over. Okay, here we go. All right. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George went for a walk with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. Now, we can't see his hat in this picture, but in a little bit, you'll see. That's who he calls him, the man with the yellow hat. See, there it is. When they sat down to rest, they noticed a tiny kitten peeking out from under a bush. The kitten looked frightened. Oh, perhaps she is lost, said the man with the yellow hat. Together, he and George searched the park for the little kitten's owner. But the kitten was all alone. Look at it playing in between his legs. I wonder where its mama is, or maybe its owner. This kitten is too young to be on her own, the man said. We should take her to the animal shelter where they can care for her and find her a home. So George and the kitten and the man with the yellow hat drove to the animal shelter. The director of the shelter was glad to see them. It was good of you to bring the kitten here, she said. We will be happy to take care of her. And that says animal shelter. So George is holding the little kitten. George gave the kitten to the director. Then he and the man with the yellow hat walked inside. Come in, the director said, but watch where you step. We have a large litter of puppies, and one has gotten out of his cage. We're still looking for him, so please be careful. She closed the door quickly behind them. Did you hear that? A large litter means a large group of baby puppies, and one of them's missing. Ooh, let's see what happens. George had never been to an animal shelter before. Let me show you the picture before I read the rest of the story. Oh, look at all those different animals in there. Wow. Animals of all kinds were being cared for here. George saw bunnies and cats, turtles, and guinea pigs. He even saw a snake, but he didn't see any puppies. George, I need to sign some papers, said the man with the yellow hat. Please stay here and don't be too curious. He's got to be careful, doesn't he? Just as the man with the yellow hat left the room, George heard barking. Maybe it was the puppies. But where was it coming from? George was curious. He followed the barking noises. See those little lines right there? It looks like there's that shows us that there's some noise right there. That's how you can kind of draw noise if you're drawing pictures. Ooh, when he opened the door, he found a room full of dogs. There were yellow dogs, spotted dogs, sleek dogs, and fluffy dogs. There were quiet dogs and yappy dogs. That means they go whoa, 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 yap, 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 yap. And even a dog without a tail. But where were the puppies? Then George saw a little wagging tail. Do you see that little tail right there wagging? Then another. And another. Oh my goodness. Lots of little wagging tails. Look at George. He looks excited. Once George saw the puppies, he could not take his eyes off of them. He just had to pet one. Here was a puppy. The puppy liked George. George wanted to hold the puppy. Slowly he opened the door. Oh no, that might be a little too curious because he probably needs to ask first, right? Before he does that. But before George could even reach the puppy, the mother dog pushed the door open and was off like a shot. George tried to close the door after her, but the puppies were too fast. There was nothing George could do. Look at them running. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen? Puppies were everywhere. Look at where all the puppies are. Oh my goodness. How crazy. Puppies hid under the desk. Puppies barked at bunnies. One puppy played with a telephone cord and another climbed on top of a cage to watch the others get into mischief. Mischief is kind of another word for trouble, getting into trouble and causing crazy things to happen. Soon all the dogs were barking. The cats were meowing, and all the bunnies rustled into the corner of their cage. Ooh, I think the bunnies were scared. You see them all huddled up in their cage. Oh my goodness, there's just all kinds of crazy things going on. See, there's the dog chewing on the telephone cord. Not a good thing at all. Oh no, cried the director as she and the man with the yellow hat rushed into the room. Now all the puppies are out. The man with the yellow hat helped the director gather up the puppies and put them safely back in their cage. Soon all the animals settled down and were quiet. Except for one, who was still barking. It was the mother dog. What was she barking at? There was nothing here but a door. Look at her. She's barking. Oh, is there a sound coming from inside there? I wonder. There must be something on the other side, thought George. He opened the door. George, you know, he's always curious. It was the missing puppy. Everyone was happy to finally find the little puppy. The director scooped him up and said, "George, you certainly caused a ruckus, but if you hadn't let the puppies out, we might still be searching for this little one." Then she gave the puppies and their mother a snack. "These puppies are now big enough to go live with families who will take care of them," she said. "Do you want to take one home with you, George?" How do you think George felt about that? Excited! Yeah, I think excited. You think he's going to take one home with him? George did. Yeah, George took one home with him. Oh, wasn't that a great story? I love that book about George and the puppies. Yeah, and I like that story too, because guess what? Come here, little puppy. Come on, come on. And here's my little puppy. Isn't she cute? Oh, you know what? My little friend sometimes calls him Sausage Dog. Yeah, look how long. She is a dachshund, and dachshunds are long puppy dogs. Yeah. You know what? What do you think I should name her? What do you think? Let me look at her tag. Maybe she has a special name. Hold on. Yeah, this little doggy has a special tag right back here by its tail. And it says its little name is Weenie. It's a little teeny weeny dog, huh? All right. Well, you know what? George might have to come up with his own name too. Sometimes that's fun too. What do you think? I'll let them come up with their own name for my dog. But I'm just going to love it right now. I think I gotta go. I think my dog wants to go play. All right, George, have fun. Have fun with your little dog. Okay. Well, thanks for being with me today when we read our special little book together. I love, love, love getting to spend time with you. And I hope that you'll spend some time reading books today. They're good for your brain, good for your imagination. And one of these days, you may learn how to read. All right. I love you so much. And take care. Bye-bye.